to have you with us from Faurot Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. EA Sports College Football just about a month into the season, and we are ready for this Week 4 clash. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Checking in with the Mississippi State head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks. And Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Simmons. On the run, fires downfield. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Second and long here. From the gun, give to Hardy. Gain of 8 is now 3rd and 2. Missouri gets to the line quickly. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Throwing Simmons. Turns it upfield. At the 40, there he goes. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Tigers have their offense in high gear. Here's a give to Hardy. Pass to 6. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1, was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Here's Simmons to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But
makes a grab and room to run. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
When you got a weapon this good at tight end, a quarterback, you've got to look his way, especially in this area of the field. Because remember, it's the red zone where these windows are so small. Nice job getting the completion and picking up the 1st.
And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Austin Simmons, the play fake. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he's going to bring this one out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Taylor wants to throw it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down to the air. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run up the middle, looking for the score. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Hardy. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
I like the way this offense is ending the first half. Like, putting a good drive together. I like the running down here in this area. You got to be physical in this part of the field. You've got a good lead. You got a chance to go in the half with more momentum, continue to run the ball, eat the clock, and put some points on the board.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, they're able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Out wide left, it's Williams. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Just feeds the running back. Down he goes.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Now on the move. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Taylor wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's West. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things a little one-sided so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move. He'll pull it down and run. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? Third, it's a passing situation. The defense knows that they do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things he can't coach, that allows him to go pick up the first down and keep the offense on the field.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future. And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. Here's a give to Bothwell. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Push ahead on the sneak. The sneak scores it.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
The Bulldogs using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Simmons got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. They'll give it to Hardy. Just smothered on the play.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Fakes the grab on the left. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. A run for the quarterback. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Here's a give to Hardy. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wideout. Throwing Simmons. Extending the play. Left side is Hoffman. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up fourth down. They'll go with Hardy. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Roberts. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
Great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Oh, he's got some space. The tag! They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Go. On the direct snap, it's Roberts. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Taylor wants to throw it. He's taking the shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Here comes the heat. He's past the 30. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Throws to the tight end. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Still on his feet at the 45. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Drops back on 1st down. Reels it in. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the 1st half, they'll try to kick a field goal. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40, the 20, into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 14, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Bulldogs with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. The outcome today brings them to 4-1 on the season. That is a solid start.
Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those wheels.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half, and it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quickly to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Taylor wants to throw. Still looking. He's going to take off. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the second and short. Mississippi State going up tempo. Now give it to Fluff. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Fluff Bothwell again. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the 1, you get the first down. Get it farther, you get the touchdown. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covered in downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football. And this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on fourth down.
That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, making the adjustment. Here's Simmons to throw. Rush right in his face. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Trying to make magic with his feet. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because of the speed on defense.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Punt is in the air. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
In traffic, it's Danzy. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Keeping his eyes downfield. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, just nowhere to go there. And it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it. So he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Taylor wants to throw it. They're all over him. And down he goes.
Man, this defense is feasting. You can tell. They know they got the lead, and they know they have to pass. So,
guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it 2nd. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have one timeout remaining. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
Here's Hardy to begin the drive. He's past the marker. There's a crease. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the